Hello and welcome back to the Success with Savita podcast, where we dive deep into the mindset shifts, success habits, and confidence tools to help you create the life you truly desire. I'm your host, Savita, and today we are talking about something that's been trending, debated, and deeply discussed everywhere from TikTok, Instagram to personal development masterminds, and that is the lucky girl mindset. If you've been scrolling through social media, you've probably seen creators saying, I just know I'm lucky, everything works out for me. And you may have wondered, is this delusion, manifestation, toxic positivity, or is there actually a psychological principle behind it? In today's episode, I'm unpacking what exactly is the lucky girl mindset, why does it work for some people and not others, and most importantly, how can you cultivate it too? And most importantly, how can you cultivate it in your own life, even when you don't feel particularly lucky right now? So grab your coffee or tea, settle in, or if you're doing a errand or chores, let's just dive into this. Let's get into it. So what is the lucky girl mindset? Let's define it first. This term is popularized by young women, specifically Gen Z online, who share how adopting the belief that I am lucky and everything always works out for me has changed their lives. At its core, it's a blend of positive psychology, manifestation principles, and what researchers call self-fulfilling prophecy. Yeah, I'm a coach, so I'm definitely into the whole positive psychology, manifestation, affirmations thingy. But yeah, I fully buy into this, and I'm going to share why maybe you should give it a shot too. Think about it. When you believe you're lucky, you subconsciously begin to notice opportunities you may have otherwise ignored, approach situations with confidence instead of fear, exude an energy of openness which people are naturally attracted to, maybe, take aligned actions because you trust things will work out. In psychology, this is tied to confirmation bias, where your mind seeks evidence to confirm your beliefs. If you believe you're lucky, your brain will find proof. And similarly, if you believe you're lucky, your brain will find proof for that too. And does this mean luck isn't real? Now let's get real for a second. Of course, privilege, resources, upbringing, and systemic structures play a huge role in what opportunities are available to us. We can't always be delusional, right? It's a great thing to be, especially when you need to go all out on your goals. But sometimes you got to stop for a moment. The lucky girl mindset is not about ignoring these realities. It's about understanding that within your sphere of influence, your mindset can shape the way you navigate opportunities, setbacks, and life as a whole. Psychologist Richard Wiseman, yes, there's science behind it, studied luck for over a decade and found that lucky people aren't magically different. However, they, number one, maximize chance opportunities by being open to new experiences, listen to their intuition when making decisions, expect good fortune, which becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. Often sometimes you'll be like, I know I'm going to make that flight even if you're running late. You just make it. It just works out for you. Magically, you land there at the right time and you get through those gates, right? And finally, turn bad luck into good luck by reframing situations positively. So this trend has roots in real behavioral science. It's not just something that, is just sounds good or just fluff. You might be thinking now, that's great, but right now I feel anything but lucky. I'm struggling with my whatever, fill in the blanks, goals, career, finances, relationships. Saying I'm lucky feels fake and stupid, right? And that's completely understandable. Our minds reject affirmations that feel too far from our current reality. However, hear me out. Cultivating the lucky girl mindset is not about ignoring your struggles. It's about choosing to believe that despite setbacks, you're being guided to something better. And you can still create micro moments of luck through your actions, energy, and mindset. Here are my practical steps, grounded steps to integrate this mindset into your life. Even on your hardest days, you may not want to practice this, you may not buy into this, you don't believe this. But hey, you know what? Why not give this a shot? Like, what's it going to take to skip on this, right? Give it a shot, try it out, see if it, makes sense to you, resonates with you, something that you can practice. I think this is a low lift, easy to practice. So go for it. If this is something that you would want to give it a shot. It's easy to do. It's not like you've got to do a lot of hard work to incorporate this mindset into your life. So let me share some tips, and you can do all of them. You can do some of them. That's up to you. Okay. So step one, start with neutral shifts. If saying I'm so lucky, everything works out for me feels untrue, soften it a bit. Try, things are always working out for me, even if I don't see it yet. Or I'm open to feeling luckier each day. Or I'm willing to see small moments of luck today. This neutral phrasing reduces cognitive dissonance and allows your brain to accept the affirmation instead of rejecting it outright. Step two, collect evidence of everyday luck. Each evening, before you go to bed, keep a journal right by your bedside and ask yourself, where did I get lucky today? It could be finding a parking spot easily, meeting someone who smiled at you when you needed it, somebody just led you through a queue, receiving unexpected help, completing a task faster than you thought, anything, right? This builds the proof file in your mind that you're in fact a lucky person, and there are instances and incidences of luck in your daily life. My next tip for you is to reframe setbacks as guidance. Lucky people reframe situations quickly. I do this, I practice this. Instead of thinking, I didn't get that job, I'm so unlucky, try, this didn't work out because something better is coming, or I needed to grow in another way first, or I needed some kind of readiness. It's fine, there's a reason. The number of times that I wanted something and it didn't work out, thank God it didn't. 90% of the time that was right for me. I still say 10% should have worked out, but 90% I got something else that I was meant for. This reframing keeps you in a state of hope, curiosity, and confidence instead of just spiraling into defeat and giving up and feeling like it never works out for me. I'm always unlucky. My next tip for you is to practice gratitude daily. This is not a thing. I've done it. I've tried it. I wasn't doing it for the longest time. I started to do it consciously and intentionally, and becomes a way of life. And you start to see people through that lens. And sometimes when you see people going through stuff and you think, why are they having such a hard time in life? My awareness has been that, you know what, this person needs to be a lot more grateful than they are. And because they lack that gratitude, because they are unable to see everything that's going well for them, they are in a victim mindset. They are having a rougher time than normal, right? And, you may have heard this a million times before, but I'm going to say it again. Practice gratitude daily, because gratitude rewires your brain to see abundance over lack. Every morning, write down 3 things you're grateful for a night. Every morning or night, write down 3 things you're grateful for, 3 to start with, and then you can add on more if you want to. One thing you're excited about for the day, one way you can create your own luck each day. For example, maybe you'll write, I'm grateful for my health, my warm bed, I'm my supportive friend or partner. I'm excited about my meeting today. I can create luck today by reaching out to someone I admire on social media or whatever, LinkedIn, Instagram. That's one way to really start your day. Next step is adopt the why not me attitude, right? When you see others achieving things you desire, your first thought might be, they're so lucky, I'll never have that. Or, why me? When things go wrong, you're always like, why me? Why does it always happen to me? Instead, shift to, if it's possible for them, it's possible for me too. Why not me, right? When you see good things and you desire good things, say, why not me? Why don't I have that? Why not me, right? This simple mindset shift turns jealousy or envy into motivation and reopens your energetic field to receive similar opportunities. Just give it a shot. Just try it. I mean, what else have you got if you don't give this a shot? Right. Next step, combine mindset with micro actions. This is a great one to practice. The lucky girl mindset is not just about repeating affirmations in the mirror, which is just can be plain stupid, but it's about combining that belief with action. For example, if you believe you're lucky in business, pitch yourself for new opportunities, pitch to a new client. If you believe you're lucky in love, go out, meet people, and be open instead of just, closed off. If you believe you're lucky with if you believe you're lucky with money, look for ways to invest, save, or create income streams confidently. When belief meets action, results multiply. And it's always true, no matter which area you take, right? That's always, that's the process to success. My next tip for you is embody the energy of someone who believes they're lucky. Like visualize your lucky girl alter ego or boy. How does she walk? How does she speak? How does she handle challenges? What is her daily routine like? What does she say to herself when something goes wrong? What's the body language? How does she carry herself? How does she communicate? How does she show up for herself? How does she show up in public? How does she engage with people? Start embodying her energy today. Maybe she gets dressed in a way that makes her feel confident. Maybe she sets strong boundaries for how people treat her, or, makes decisive choices and celebrates herself even in the smallest ways. Start embodying this. This is so important, right? You're attracting that energy, opening yourself up to that energy field. The lucky girl mindset is not magic. It's not about ignoring your responsibilities or waiting passively for things to happen. It's about believing that you're divinely supported, opportunities are abundant, and your life is unfolding in your favor, combined with taking intentional, aligned action. Now, here's what I want you to remember as we come to the end of this episode. You don't have to feel lucky to start cultivating this mindset. Start with small neutral shifts, collect daily evidence of luck, reframe setbacks, take aligned micro actions, embody the energy of someone who trusts life is working out for them. Because as the saying goes, whether you think you're lucky or unlucky, you're right. That's exactly what's going to happen. So choose to be right about being lucky. And that's what I want to say in conclusion to this episode. And if I could, I would like to leave you with an action step for this week, for the next 7 days from today, right? Every morning, say, I'm open to seeing how lucky I am today. And at night, write down 3 ways that you got lucky that day, no matter how small. And of course, if luck happens for you after this practice, please do DM me. I'd love to know about your lucky moments, or tag me on Instagram. And I'd love to see your wins and shift. So with that, I come to the end of my episode. Thank you so much for joining me today on this podcast. If this episode resonated with you, please share it with a friend who could use a little luck in their life right now. Leave me a review, leave me a 5-star rating, follow on Spotify or Apple or on your favorite listening platform. Remember, your mindset creates your reality. You're not just a lucky girl or boy, you're a powerful creator of your life. Until next time, keep shining and stay lucky.